The history of the YMCA, like the history of the United States, is a story of incremental progress toward greater inclusion and equity. Let us remember and honor some of the Black leaders who helped move the Y and America forward on this journey. A former slave and the first Black American to become a clerk in the U.S. Patent Office, Anthony Bowen founded the first YMCA for the Black community in Washington, D.C. 8 years before the Civil War. In 1915, at the Wabash Avenue YMCA in Chicago, Carter G. Woodson researched and celebrated the achievements of Black Americans. This led to his starting Negro History Week, the precursor to Black History Month. Throughout the early 20th century, prominent Black Americans like self-made millionaire Madam C.J. Walker and barrier-breaking baseball player Jackie Robinson gave back to Black communities through their involvement with the YMCA. And by 1976, Violet P. Henry became the first woman to be named to a top management position at the Y's national office. She led national and international commissions that worked for the rights of women and people of color.
1956. I used my GI Bill to go to George Williams College. I got a master's degree. And when I finished, then they had trouble finding what to do with me. I was interviewed by people in the South, but they said they couldn't handle me because I had too much education for a Black man. So New York City said they wanted me. That's when Black Achievers started at the Harlem YMCA.
Any YMCA that wanted to start the Black Achievers program, I was the chief resource. And I would go to the community and explain the program. YMCAs throughout the country wanted to recruit Black people to join their board of directors, and they were having difficulty. But through the Black Achievers program, other Black people became exposed to the YMCA, and then they would join the board.
We've come a long way since the days of Anthony Bowen, evident in the recent tenure of Kevin Washington as the National Y's first Black president and CEO. But we still have a long way to go. It's our responsibility to not only shine a light on the trailblazers who have led us on the journey so far, but pick up the torch ourselves. We must also acknowledge the YMCA's historical role in enabling systemic racism through our policies, practices, and procedures. Only then will we be able to truly move forward as an organization. And this work has never been more urgent. Recent events have demonstrated that institutional inequities have life or death consequences for Black individuals and communities. That's why we must firmly assert that Black lives matter. Not just in our words, but in our actions. We must be bold in achieving our ambition to become an anti-racist, multicultural organization. Each of us has a role to play in undoing racism, individually, in our organizations, and boardrooms. Together, we can help shape our communities into ones without prejudice or hate, where all people have the opportunity and ability to thrive. Join us on this journey at ymca.net/unlearning.